Enjoy this short story. Title: Boyfriend, 28M, wants me, 28F, to fund house, car, and trip. Should I end it? I've always been generous with my boyfriend, frequently treating him to thoughtful gifts. Over the years, I've bought him expensive gadgets, like his PS4 and a brand new gaming PC, as tokens of my affection. However, our dynamic began to shift when he discovered the extent of my financial resources. Since learning about my savings, his attitude has changed notably. He frequently refers to my money as our money, and his wish list has escalated to include items and experiences that are far more extravagant. For instance, he's expressed a desire to use this so-called joint fund to buy himself a luxury car, a dream of his. Additionally, he wants us to move from living separately into a shared house, which on its own might make sense, but under these circumstances feels rushed. He's also suggested that rather than a modest Christmas gift, I should finance a grand tour of Europe for him, taking advantage of my familial connections across Italy, Bulgaria, Croatia, and the Netherlands. While I'm not opposed to spending on meaningful experiences or significant investments like a house, his expectations have raised concerns. The luxury car seems excessive for a boyfriend of 3 years. It's the kind of gift more typically exchanged between spouses. Although we've discussed marriage in recent months, no concrete plans have been made. The suggestion of a European tour also feels opportunistic. It was never mentioned until he became aware that I could comfortably afford it. These developments have led me to question our relationship's balance and his motivations. Is his reaction to my financial status a valid reason to reconsider our future together? His shift in behavior and escalating demands have certainly given me pause, prompting me to evaluate whether this change is temporary or indicative of a deeper issue in our partnership. Update: I didn't immediately end things with my boyfriend after discovering his new attitude towards my finances. Instead, I chose to address the issue directly with him. I explained that it was highly inappropriate for him to start making financial demands upon learning about my wealth. I made it clear that while I was willing to use my resources for the benefit of our relationship, it didn't mean I was open to being pressured into funding extravagant purchases on a whim. He seemed genuinely remorseful, acknowledging that his behavior was out of line and admitting that he had let his excitement cloud his judgment. I told him I understood his excitement but emphasized how disrespectful it felt, especially considering our history together. It made me feel like my value to him was suddenly tied to my bank account. Things appeared to be resolved for a while. However, the underlying issues resurfaced during a minor argument that escalated into something more serious. In the heat of the moment, he accused me of not caring about him because I was hesitant to spend my money on us. His words stung, and he immediately regretted them, falling silent with the realization of what he had just said. We didn't speak for 2 days as I processed my anger and planned how to address this. The situation took a final turn for the worse when he breached my trust in a very public way. Despite my explicit request to keep my financial status confidential, he disclosed to several mutual friends that I was really rich. I learned about this breach during a night out when he, emboldened by alcohol, ordered an extravagantly priced bottle of wine. When a friend questioned the choice, another chimed in, joking that I could easily afford to cover it, exposing my financial status to the group. This led to an uncomfortable and hurtful confrontation where friends questioned my trust in them, feeling betrayed that I hadn't shared details of my wealth. That was the last straw. I ended the relationship the following day. Since then, he has been incessantly trying to contact me, but I'm resolute in my decision. The argument could have been forgiven, but his choice to share private information, something I trusted him with deeply, showed a disregard for my feelings and our relationship. Now, I'm facing not only the end of a 3-year relationship but potentially the loss of close friendships as well.